She asked my questions.
And
she made my comment.
Yeah.
And you're speaking my one, and I didn't want to escape the moment, because you're talking about just the burning question that I had today.
Yes.
She was talking about decisions and decision making.
Yes.
And you talked about recognition.
Yes.
And the stillness of that recognition, when it comes with a lightness and a peace. Phenomena still happens.
Yes.
Emotional phenomena still happens.
Yes.
It feels like pain, or it feels like separation, or it feels like whatever. A mushing of stuff coming. But from your stillness, from my stillness, I can see that it happens, and it's okay. The naive stuff is that I really thought, because of living or being most of the time in the stillness and being able to do that I wouldn't have to take any kind of action whatsoever. And it was a very naive thought. But I still can't integrate, like you were talking about, you will know when you have to do something. It will be very clear. And it will come. It will stop, like you turn around and it will stop showing up. It is this. You have to face it.
Yeah.
And I faced it, and it's okay. The knowing comes of what to do, but you still have to take an action. You still have to take action.
If an action needs to be taken, whatever is appropriate. Don't decide before, I won't take an action, because you've just changed another way and make another kind of decision. Don't decide not to decide. You can, if something, openness is you are present, and it's like all your senses are opening. All your intuitive powers have opened up, because you're not confined yourself, it has to be like this. No, you're present in your own stillness. You say, I recognize, this is the truth, so and so. But I still have to act. Yes, when the time to act comes, something inside, an urge, a fire comes, and one finds action taking place. Even not necessarily, I am acting. No, but action's taking place. Please, let us understand, because much of what we speak about has to pass first through misunderstanding before you get to understanding. Many times you're hearing the thing over and over. I say in flour, you're hearing cheese. And then no, flour, no, cheese, Okay? So many times we are not hearing because there is a kind of prejudice in the mind or some kind of resistance, and it just twists things. You heard something, you've heard it inside the space of your own stillness. No? But perhaps you think, well, maybe that's enough. And maybe something needs to happen. But now you think, well, okay, but now I have to, the action that needs to happen needs to be something deliberate. I said, not necessarily. Let it cook. Let it cook. Just make sure you're not postponing, in a sense. You see? Because if you're postponing, maybe you're creating an imagination about an outcome, so you're not really being available for your own self. It's okay. It's okay. Even if you feel you make mistakes, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay if in your heart you have said yes to truth. You understand?
Yes.
Because your eyes are not wiser than your heart. Because something might look like, wow, I should have acted, I didn't, I missed my chance, and you're in that type of noise. But if inside your higher choice is for truth, even if momentarily some kind of fear comes like this, and you hesitated and something seemed to have happened, and then the mind says, you missed your chance. No, don't worry. Don't worry. Stay put in the truth. Be softly alert about it. That's all. Everything is fine. It's fine. Don't want to paint this thing off. Oh, 1 degree over, you missed it. Oh, no, you have to go all over again. No. This is from the mind. Relax. Actually, nothing you do or not do is so important. What is really important is you know who you are. It's not the thing, oh, I did this thing, I made a mistake. Oh, this is nothing. These things are nothing. The life is full of mistakes, so to speak. It's okay. Just remember that you are the space in which life dances and plays. You are the witness of this. When you come, in the same way I say, you don't go to a restaurant and bring your own menu. Okay? Or in the same way, don't come to life with a list of things that life should do for you. Just relax a little bit and find your life, find your flow. And the easiest way is coming back again to recognize your true position and be somehow confirmed in that and look at life from here. It's very, very different. The world is panicking. Oh, my thoughts are so... Thoughts are nothing. What seems to be something is the thinker of thoughts, which is also a thought, believed in, which is identity. Really, if you reflect on these things, little things, nobody's suffering from 100 things. Sometimes just a little misunderstanding, something stays a bit unclear, but it will come. It becomes more clear for you. And if you learn something through pain, it's that everything here is only momentary. Everything is passing, including this body of yours is passing also. It's okay. It's not a tragedy. It's not a tragedy. It's natural. There is something in you which is not passing. The greatest part of you is not passing. The example in life is to watch this body who has been changing. This body is not the body that your mother gave birth to. If your mother gave birth to you like this, she would be not here. Oh my God, gave birth to this guy with a beard, 15 stone. No, something has been changing, and personality change, body change, but something inside has been consistent. The consciousness also evolves and grows, becomes more refined. And there's something which is aware even of the refining of consciousness. I wonder if we follow this thing. There's something here which is not growing. But growth is important in the dynamic expression of consciousness. But it's something that is still, it is timeless. It is only that is referred to as the eternal in you. But we don't know. You say, what I mean? I only know my world that I've been introduced to through my senses and my mind and conditioning and education and programming. That's the only world. And if you take this away from me, that's everything. Well, no. It's not everything. It's not everything. Nothing can take you away. But if you are strongly identified personally, something will take that away. Someone once said to me, when did your master die? I say, no, the master never dies. The mister dies. It is the mister that dies. The master cannot die. Master is what? Master is yourself, your true self. But you have to know that. This person was referring to a letter that was written. He was speaking like the story you mentioned. He said before, the story you mentioned about the beggar woman with the money under the house. And I want to tell you about it right now. Because it says, there was once two friends. These two men, they were very close friends. And they would meet, sometimes 3 or 4 times each week, quietly, and they talk and they have a cup of tea together. They just enjoy each other's company and told each other their old secrets. And they're just good friends, Each of them is married. But one man said to the other, let's call him Mr. A, he says to Mr. B, listen, I am my wife and I've got a son, as you know. But my wife, she loves money too much. And my son is a bit of a brat. And I don't want to give them this money. I don't want them to be rich. It would be the worst thing for them right now. But yet I care for them. So I have put all this money under the house. That one day, when it's needed, then they can have it in the right time. He told his friend like that. And then after some while, the friend had to travel and traveled. And while he was traveling, his friend passed away, the one who was sharing the story about the money under the house. After some years, this friend came back home. And when he has come back home, he's on his way to visit his friend, and he sees the wife of the friend on the street begging. Please, my mother, like this, begging. And her son, and they looked very terrible clothes, really unruly, very, very sad image. And he says, oh, Amma, hey, what is this? And she says, oh, you are my friend, the friend of my husband, no? He says, what has happened to you? She says, oh, no, my husband passed away, some 3 years now. We have had to be begging on the street. We have nothing at all. Oh, Amma, I have some news for you. What is it? He says, your husband, as you know, is a good friend of mine. And he told me I have put money under the house for my family because my wife, she loves money too much. He didn't want you to have money. And so he's put this money under the house. And just by hearing the news from a trusted friend, she's already feeling, what are you saying? She says, yes, please, waste no more time. Come, let's go. And they went to the house. They took up some floorboards, got under the house, started digging away. And after some, 50 centimeters, thud. Box come up, full of money. Now, that money was always there, and it was always for them. But were they rich? They have money now to spend for the rest of their life. They can have money. It was always there, under the house. But were they rich? My question is. No. Same thing. All this wealth, all this freedom, all this joy, all this peace is in us. But if you don't know it's there, are you awake? No. Still sleeping. So satsang is this friend who comes to tell you, treasure in there. You're going out, treasure in here. Now you can say, I don't believe you, what treasure you talk about. Okay. You'll find somebody who hears that one. So this thing you don't have to you say like that, no? Something I have to do. Yes. You trust. That is what you must do. If you're not avoiding, just be quiet. Be quiet with your truth. And you'll find yourself at one moment, perhaps unexpected. Maybe you're thinking, I need to go to the next town to sort this out. And then one day you're just going down to the shop and you bump into the person you need to sort something out with. And guess what? It's just such the right timing is there. If you force it from your head, you might meet the same person, but they're not in a good mood. You meet the same person, but it's bad timing. They're not in a good mood. Say, listen, I need to talk to you. Yeah, not now, man. I see I'm busy. Come back. So, okay, when can I come back? Just send me an email. And already the vibe is not good. Then they remember, it was you I met in the place. Okay, come in. And This is how we work. It's something is still functioning, but it's not flowing. When you trust and learn to be quiet, then at least come to see the fruits of trust once or twice, and something will grow out of this. A confidence, deeper trust. This is not hairy-fairy stuff I'm talking. Then you come to a life, you're not worried about something. Your life is not, a diary of appointments. No. Spontaneous existence. Each thing coming to fruition in the appropriate timing. This is the life. This is your life. How beautiful it can be. And how ugly it can be. You choose. Very good.